Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss your program number 4 of Shell Script Operating System Lab Part 2. Okay. Now let us see what is there in this program. In my yesterday's video I discussed the logic of this program, and today we will see the scripts. We will see the actual program. Okay. So let's start. As we all know, like we have to accept the file names from the user. So we echo the message for the user. We say enter first file name, and then we wait for the user to enter the name. Whatever file name user enters, that we are accepting using the read command, right? Next we are echoing the next message which says enter second file name, and we are accepting that second file name using the read command. Now the first file name entered by the user will be stored into the variable file1, and the second file name entered by the user will be stored into the variable file2. Okay, so now we have the first file and we have the second file. Where we have stored the first file in the variable file1, and we have stored the second file in the variable file2. What is the next step? Next step is to check whether these two files exist or no. So let's do that. There is an if condition. Can you see this if condition? Using this if condition, we are checking whether the file exists or no. Now if you see this if condition, how it's been written, then there is a space and there is a square bracket, and in square bracket at present in our program we have written this not, this is exclamatory mark also known as not, and then there is space and there is hyphen f, and then our variable. What is our variable? File1. So since we want the value stored into that variable, what do we use? We use dollar symbol. Okay, so we have this if condition. In this hyphen f is used to check whether the file exists or not. Now which file? Which file are you checking whether it exists or no? So you are checking the file. You are checking the file that is stored into our variable file1. So we say if hyphen f dollar file1, that means does that file exist? For example, say we have a file called as myname.txt. So we are checking if hyphen f myname.txt, that means we are checking whether myname.txt file exists or no. If the file exists, we are very happy, and then we are going to calculate the number of lines, number of characters, and number of words from that file. If the file does not exist, so if you see, there are two ways to write the if condition. One way is this what we have used in our program, and the second way is, see, I have not used this not operator. Now what is the not operator? What is the not operator? This exclamatory mark. This exclamatory mark is known as not operator. Now we are having two if conditions here. For example, I have taken this if condition, and in our program we are having the if condition with the not operator. Now let us first see what happens with this if condition. In this if condition, we are checking whether the given file, the file which is stored into the variable file1, whether it exists or not. And if I just put a not operator, now what I am doing, I am putting a not operator just before, okay, two dots have come, this is single dot. Okay. Now when I put a not operator before hyphen f and dollar file1, it simply means that, see, we are negating the condition. How do we negate the condition? Instead of checking whether the file exists, we are checking whether the file does not exist. If not file1, that means file1 does not exist. In that case, we are going to display the echo, or we are going to display the message using echo command which says 1 or both the files do not exist. Now is it okay just to check file 1? No, we have to check file 1 as well as file 2. So we are checking is not file 1 does not exist, okay, or file 2 does not exist. So what we are checking? File 1 does not exist. No, it exists. Okay. Then check. File 2 does not exist. If any one of the file do not exist, that simply means that We cannot calculate the words and characters and the lines from that file, and that's the reason we are displaying this message which says that one or both the files do not exist and we are coming out of the program using exit 1. If the condition is false, that means do not exist. False means file exists. Do not exist. False, that means file exists. In that case, we are coming down to the next line, and in this next line, we are calculating the number of words. We are calculating the number of words from both the files. So let us concentrate on this statement. What is this statement? This statement says that W1, this is a variable, W1 is equal to dollar and there is a single bracket. We are not doing any arithmetic calculations, that's why we are not using the double parenthesis or we are not using the double brackets. Okay. In single bracket, what are we doing? We say WC. What is WC stands for? This WC stands for word count. Okay, that means we are going to calculate the number of words into our file. So this is a shell command. Okay, this is a shell command. WC stands for word count and this is used for, this is a shell command. Now this word count hyphen W, word count hyphen W, it simply means that count the number of words. Count the number of words. From where? You want to count the number of words from file 1. So the characters or the content of the file 1 is given to this command and this is known as input operator. This is not less than operator. This is the input operator. The contents of the file that is there in our variable file 1 will be given as an input to the command wc-w. So this command will read the file and calculate the number of words which are there and that value. For example, suppose we are having 100 words, 50 words, 20 words. So whatever is that value, whatever are the number of words that will be stored into the variable W1. Similarly, we are calculating the number of words from the file which is there in our variable file 2. So the number of words from file 2 will be calculated and the value will be stored into the variable W2. Next, after calculating words, what we want to calculate? We want to calculate number of lines. So we have to have two more variables to store the number of lines. So this is L1. This is small l. L1 for line 1. L2 for line 2. That means number of lines from file 1, L1. Number of lines from file 2, L2. What is the command? The command, if you see, there is a dollar symbol because we want to store the value. Then there is a bracket. And what we want to do here again, the command used is word count itself, WC. We are using word count command. But instead of hyphen W, we are using hyphen L. This is small l. This is hyphen L. Okay. Now what this hyphen L does? It calculates hyphen L along with the WC, calculates the number of lines from file 1 and whatever is the count that will be stored into the variable L1. Okay. Similarly, in next line we are calculating the number of lines using WC command from file 2 and whatever is the result that will be stored into the variable L2. Fine. So we have calculated number of words, we have calculated number of lines and now we have to calculate the number of characters from each files. The command for that is again WC word count and here I have used hyphen M. You can use hyphen C also. Hyphen C is also used to count the number of characters or we can use hyphen M also to count the number of characters. You can use any one. This WC-M command, what it does, it calculates the number of characters from file 1 and whatever is the result will be stored into the variable C1. Similarly, we calculate the number of characters from file 2 and whatever is the result we store it into the variable C2. Okay. So what all we have got now? We have got number of words from file 1, number of words from file 2, W1, W2, number of lines from file 1, number of lines from file 2, so L1, L2, number of characters from file 1 and number of characters from file 2, so C1, C2. Now what is the next step? Now we have to compare W1 with W2, L1 with L2 and C1 with C2. How do we compare it? We compare it by using if construct. So let's see. Before the comparison, if you wish to display the details, you can do so by using the echo command. So that's what we are doing here. We are displaying the word count of both the files, and then after displaying the word count of both the files, we are comparing the word count. We are comparing whether W1 is greater than W2. That means the number of words from file 1 is greater than the number of words from file 2. If the condition is true, then it will display this message file 1, $file1, whatever is your file name. So file 1 has more words. If the condition is false, if this condition is false, the control comes to else if. And now we want to check whether W2 is greater than W1. If so, yes, if the condition is true, then we will say file 2 has more words. If this condition is also false, it simply means that W1 is equal to W2, and we don't have to check that condition, but directly we come to the else part and we display both files have same number of words. So we have compared the words. What is next? We want to compare the lines. So before we compare the lines, let's display. File 1 has L1 lines and file 2 has L2 lines. Now let's compare. If L1 is greater than L2, then we say file 1 has more lines. Else, if the condition is false, then the control comes to else if and we check whether L2 is greater than L1. If the condition is true, we display file 2 has more lines. If this condition is also false, then the control comes to the else part and we say both files have the same number of lines. Next, we want to compare the characters. So before comparison, let's display the number of characters. So we say echo, file 1 has C1 characters, file 2 has C2 characters. Let's compare. How do we compare it? We compare it by if condition. So if C1 is greater than C2, if the condition is true, we say file 1 has more characters. If the condition is false, the control comes to the else if part and we check else if C2 is greater than C1. If this condition is true, we say file 2 has more characters. But if this condition is also false, the control comes to the else part and then we say both files have same number of characters. We close our if. Okay. So that's all for the day. If you have any doubts, you can comment or you can ask me in the lab. Thank you.